You guys can hear me. So this is the program I've been working on for the past 3 to 4-ish months. It's called BlackNet, as you can see. If you're asking what it is, it's a video game. It's essentially a hacking game. Pretty much just you basically are. It's a hacking game. It's realistic, it's as realistic as it gets. Yeah, let's get into it and talk about it. As you can see, it's just it's simple stuff like exit, start, and settings. The settings, there's nothing here. I'm planning to use Unity to code everything, and yeah, I have it already installed, so there's no need to stretch this out any longer than it has to. Just get working on it. The start button, when you click the start button, it lets you see the difficulty page, which is it's pretty simple. As you can see, ScriptKitty, Hacker, and Realistic. The three of these, well, one of each. ScriptKitty is the easiest, Hacker is the medium difficulty, and Realistic is the hardest. Realistic, you have to have some kind of knowledge of hacking, or this is basically the realistic part of the game. It's if you choose this, you basically are saying, I know how to hack, I know how to code, throw everything on me, essentially. And yeah, Hacker is the medium, and ScriptKitty is the easiest, which if you're ScriptKitty, if you choose this one, if you're not, it's just the simplest one. It basically, I would suggest that when I get it created, you guys actually you do the ScriptKitty one if you don't have any knowledge. I'd say it's the easiest, and the outcome would be pretty cool. I guess you can get the ending. I want to make it to where it's like 10 or so endings to it, depending on what difficulty you choose and how you go through the game and how you use it. So let's go through ScriptKitty. So at this difficulty, the game will essentially run autonomously. You have control of the script and programs, but you cannot edit nor create scripts. You input commands, and it will return an output. So what the game is saying is, you're going to use this program. Unless you're using a terminal on ScriptKitty, you're going to use one terminal for everything, and it's basically going to say, okay, well, you don't know how to code, so here you go. We're going to show you it's going to be a console right here, and over here is it's like a drop-down list of all the commands that you can complete or you can use, and it'll have like a quick description of what it's used for. So, yeah, this is the easiest of the 3 difficulties that are available. You will be a ScriptKitty. Although this may be considered the easiest option, it can very well be the most troubling. Choose wisely. When I say that, this difficulty is in a sense, there's going to be so it's basically real life. You're going to be able to go on these forums, these hacking forums, and you're going to be able to choose. You're going to be able to talk to people, and people are going to know your status, like what you are. You're a ScriptKitty or whatever, and they're going to basically like, hey, I don't want anything to do with you because you're going to cause trouble. So, yeah. So if we go down to the bottom, this is -13 hacking forums. People are reluctant to help you because of your status as a ScriptKitty. They don't want to help anyone because they don't want to help you because you're just using commands. You don't really know the what's going behind the scenes of the program. So yeah, what happens at the beginning. So what you get, basically, I guess you call them bonuses, and the takeaways to the bonus, you get a $6,000 at startup. OS is locked to Windows. Your ScriptKitty, you don't know how to use Linux, so there's no need for you to use Linux. Auto research scripts. Yep. Auto hack scripts. auto exploitation scripts, auto VPN proxy switch scripts. This is basically just a way to stay anonymous. The auto VPN proxies, which is a little thing I added to the game, or I'm thinking about adding it to the game. So, plus 50 knowledge of hacking tools, Nmap, view evasion, SQL map, aircrack. So when I say this, you have plus 50. If you actually go over here, you can actually compare these. So plus 30 knowledge of hacking tools is 30. And you're like, wait, why does the script kiddie only have 50, but the hacker difficulty has 30? Well, you have knowledge of how to actually make your own program. So your entire knowledge isn't into just the program, how to use it. It's also in making other things. So to know something, there's a takeaway to everything. I guess you give and take. Nmap, view evasion, SQL map, aircrack. These are all real program names. They're all real hacking program names. So Nmap is basically a tool that's used for scanning IP addresses. I use it when I'm basically want to see who's all on my network. I use that. There's a command for it. View evasion, it's basically a way to obfuscate your program so that antivirus can't detect it. So say if I was to make a malicious program and I wanted to put it on an operating system, but the operating system AV was basically was blocking it because it knows it's a malicious program. So I'll use view evasion to put a veil over it saying, well, this isn't an actual virus, this is a program, this is an accepted program, there's nothing malicious about it. And basically what view evasion is. SQL map is used for, I believe it's, I haven't used it very much. I've only used it one time to test it. SQL map, I know you can use it to hack websites if they have a certain extension at the end, a PHP extension. You can do that. Aircrack is used for Wi-Fi hacking. Negative 50 knowledge is, excuse me, 50 knowledge of coding. Python, C++, Bash, and Ruby. So this automatically, you can put all your effort into the script kiddie difficulty and try to make it to where you're basically maxed out your negative 50 of coding, but it's going to take some time because the game works against you. So script kiddie, there's no this to learn how to so with the script kiddie, like I said, the game works against you. Your script kiddie, so you don't know how to code. Even if you do know how to code and you try to use the script kiddie difficulty, it wouldn't even let. You wouldn't even be able to make your own program. There's a specific option in the game where you choose to make your own program. You actually code it up and you use it. But yeah, negative 25 knowledge of malicious links. So when I say negative 25 knowledge of malicious links, so say whenever I'm on Google and I'm looking for something, I can tell if something looks fishy or not by looking at the link. By depending on what the link looks like. If it's not a website that I visit often, it's safe to assume that it's probably, malicious. So yeah, negative 10 antivirus rootkits, malware rats. You're a lot easier to get a virus than your average person. So negative 15 knowledge of malicious programs. Easier to get a rat or rootkits or anything pretty much. So yeah, script kiddie is the easiest, but as you can see, it's like I said, it could be the most troubling because if you need help on hacking forums on people or certain things from other people, then they can't really help you because they're like, oh, you're a script kiddie, I don't want to mess with you. So let's go on to hacker. At this difficulty, the game will have semi-automatic manual scripts. You control the scripts. In programs, you have read, write, execute permissions. You also have access to Windows or Linux. Now, when I say Windows or Linux, it's not just, you have access to Windows or Linux. When I say Linux, it's in this, you can choose any distro. So you can use CentOS, Debian, Kali Linux, pretty much anything. It just whatever's preloaded into the game for you to use, that's what you can use. But like certain programs, like certain distributions of Linux, like Kali Linux, you can't use that. It's gonna take you. You're gonna have to unlock that. That's where everything's just in one. So you have it. It's. I would say I'm gonna make it to where it's Kali Linux is essentially the like it's the gold. It's not the gold standard, but it's like the all-in-one Swiss. It's a Swiss Army knife essentially. Yeah. This is the median of 3 difficulties that are available. You will be a black, gray, or white hat. So when I say that, you can choose between being a black hat, gray hat, or white hat. It doesn't matter which one. I'm not going to assign it to where it's just random. You can choose which one you want to be. So if I want to be a gray hat, I can be a gray hat. If I want to be a white hat, I could be a white hat. If I want to be a black hat, I want to be a black hat. So, yeah. This option may be weighted in your favor if you have previous experience with hacking. Choose wisely. You must know how to code. So this one, coding isn't as pushed hard onto you as the realistic one. It's like I said, you have the automatic and manual scripts. So there's going to be some kind of scripts you're going to have to control. With actual you're going to have to actually control it. So a lot of the stuff isn't automatic. So. I would say you got to know how to code. It's not hard. So excuse me. You have $2.5K at startup. Like I said, there's a takeaway to everything. You know how to code. If you know how to code, if you're using this difficulty, you already know how to code. Then there's you don't need the 6K at startup like the Scriptkiddie does. So. OS, Windows, Linux, we already talked about that. No auto research scripts. Now, when I say no auto research scripts, there's not so Scriptkiddie has a script where you can automatically research someone and it'll give them all their information. It doesn't matter who it is. It's going to be the president of the United States, and then tell them everything they need to know, the SSN and everything. Auto hack scripts, auto exploitation scripts, no auto VPN or proxy switch. Now this is anonymous tool. You're gonna have to use this on your own. You're gonna have to do that on your own. So you have to keep yourself anonymous. You have to use that on your own. So yeah. Plus 30 knowledge of hacking tools, Nmap, VisualVision, SQL map, and Aircrack, and plus 20 knowledge of coding, Python, C++, Bash, and Ruby. Yeah, you're not negative. What do they have for the programming for coding? Negative 50 knowledge, yeah. Plus 20 knowledge of coding, and I think you're doing pretty good. So with this, the program is going to work with you. It's not going to work against you. So if you, so in Visual Studios, there's an option. There's a IntelliSense where it'll automatically complete something. So like, say you're typing something up and the program knows what you're typing. It's going to give you a list of options you can choose, but you keep typing, it can narrow it down. So yeah. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Mostly, yeah, I feel like the coding part is going to be the most difficult. Everything else is going to be pretty simple. Yeah. Plus 15 knowledge of malicious links. You can tell if something's malicious or not. It'll actually give you it's a little plugin that's going to be in your in-game browser. It'll tell you if the link thinks it's malicious or not. It'll be either green, yellow, or red, and it'll tell you. So plus 10 antivirus, automatically have a leg up on the Scriptkiddie. You know, plus 5 knowledge of malicious programs. So that the malicious programs, when you go through and make programs, and then when you go make malicious programs like malware, trojans, or anything, you'll start to gain knowledge in it. So with Scriptkiddie, they cannot create programs. They already have programs that they can use. They can't create their own. So when you create, the more scripts that the more malicious programs you make, basically the more that you have knowledge of it. So plus 5 hacking in the hacking forum. So essentially, you're just your everyday other person in the hacking forums. There's no difference in this. It's just you go on a hacking forum. Everyone is they're willing to help you, no problem. but you do have to do some of your own work yourself. You have to do the research yourself. You can't just like, hey, I need you to tell me how to do this. They're not going to just be like, tell you everything you need. They're going to ask you if you've done all the work up until to lead up to this. So, yeah. Realistic. You are in complete control of the outcome. So, with this option, there's nothing available for it. If I click this, the "Are you sure?" option shows up. So this I have yet to program this. With this, depending on your coding skills and it's the hardest. With this, you're complete control. There are no scripts except the ones that you create. You choose any operating system whatsoever. Hacking forum. No one's going to treat you like a script kiddie. I guess there's the realistic one. It's more or less you're signing up as your average everyday person. And in the forums, like the script kiddie, you'll have a script kiddie account. It'll say a script kiddie hacker account. It'll say like your average everyday person hacker. Realistic. You basically just signing in as you want, whatever. There's no tag attached to your name. So yeah. It's a lot to do. It's a lot that's going to go on with the realistic one. I can't say for sure that this is going to be the only. I can't say for sure these three are going to be the only ones that are going to be available. I'm probably going to do a sandbox mode. There's going to be a storyline to it. I guess I can tell you the story. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. The storyline's pretty crazy. Storyline's pretty wild, in my opinion. I think it's pretty crazy. It's different. So yeah. But yeah, if you can choose a start, and if you click the script kiddie one, you click yes. Loading screen comes up. There is really nothing. This loading thing, it's all it is just a GIF file. That's all it is. And this is just a black screen. So if I hit Alt F4, it closes it out. And if I hit exit, the X button, that's it. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching the video. It means a lot. I've been waiting forever to tell you guys or just show you guys the video for this and everything. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to give suggestions on what I should add to the program, to the game, go ahead and put it down below. I don't mind you guys actually telling me anything that you want to, I guess, change about the game, or pretty much anything that has to do with it. You can tell me, or you can put in the comment section below, and I'll put in consideration. So, yep. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Tell me where I can improve. As far as the video goes, that's it. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Peace.